2 years ago, when the All-Star game was in Los Angeles, I got invited through a friend of mine to go to the Michael Jordan All-Star party. Obviously, I'm super juiced about it. I'm walking downstairs, you got R. Kelly singing, on like full-blown singing, talking about my mind is telling me no. I'm like, yes, so this is awesome, best night of my life. Tyrese gets up behind him, starts singing with him, and I'm like, yes, even better. So I'm walking, and I just stop, and I'm watching, and then, this dude comes up to me, and we're talking, and I'm like, he's like, oh, do you know who I am? And I'm like, I think I've seen you before, not 100% sure who you are. He's like, Jeremy Piven, have you been living under a rock? We start talking, whatever. I tell him I'm Jewish, he's Jewish, we have something in common now. So we go outside, and I think we're gonna go smoke a cigarette or something, because he has a cigar in his hand. And we're talking, and I guess I'm not noticing his hands, and then all of a sudden he's like, look, all this can be yours, as he points to his dick. And I'm like, I look down, and like his dick is full blown out. And I'm like, all right. He's like, well, just touch it, just touch it. And I'm like, all right, well, this has been real. I'm gonna go back inside. That's awesome for you. Good for you. And I walked back inside, and that was the last time I ever saw Jeremy Piven, but that's probably one of the more, I guess not really crazy, but more shocking things that have happened to me involving a celebrity.
Now, you had done something with Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Talk about that.
I was his intern. It was cool.
So how did you end up being Charlie Sheen's intern?
Well, there was like this, he was being, internship.com paid him I think $100,000 to promote. This is when the whole Tiger Blood thing was going on. And I for shits and giggles, I applied. And I'm apparently very good at, anytime I've applied for a job, I've gotten it. Mm-hmm. I'm just very good at writing what I think people want to hear. And I made it to the second round and became this thing, TMZ interviewed me, Online interviewed me, and I'm like, you guys, it's not that big of a deal. I didn't actually make it yet. And then I ended up meeting him. And so I unofficially got it, because I don't think it ever went anywhere from that. And I worked with him for a while, and he's a nice guy. We hung out. And, he's a really sweet dude.
Charlie loves the porn stars.
Loves them. He's currently dating one.
Oh, he is?
Georgia Jones.
Georgia Jones.
Yeah.
This is his most recent?
Yeah.
Who was it before? Brie Olsen?
Brie Olsen, and then he was dating High Times magazine model, this girl Nat.
You and Charlie ever consummating that relationship? I'll take that as a yes.
No. No, I just think it's funny because I wouldn't talk about it for a long time because I refused to be grouped into the category of goddesses or...
Goddesses, right, that's what you call them.
And I'm like, that's not, we're friends, we're cool. I kind of had a falling out with him, but...
What was the falling out over?
This girl that was over there, she got really fucked up with him. I'm blowing up her phone, where you were only supposed to show up there for you were only supposed to go there and get something and leave. Fucking 6 hours later, she's not answering her phone, and she tells him, she's like, yeah, ISIS is hitting me up, where my money at? And I'm like, I've never in my life spoke like that. Mm-hmm. And so then he flips out at me, and then I was like, I'm done. You're just too much to deal with. And I tried for a long time to try to fix it, try to do things to help him get better. But, until you want to get better, then...
I mean, what do you think is Charlie Sheen's biggest issues based on what you've seen being around him?
He's too nice.
He's too nice?
I mean, he writes girls checks for tens of thousands of dollars.
Really? Give me an example.
He's just a really caring dude. He'll let some girl stay with him, use him, and I don't really know why. I mean, this is a few years ago, obviously. No, one of the girls that he was with, she was with any money that she was giving him, she got in her own apartment, and even though they were supposed to live together, and then her boyfriend was staying there, and it broke his heart, and it was the saddest thing to see, because then you go from broken heart, you generally go on a spiral downward. So, I mean, he's just a really nice dude. I mean, obviously the drugs are a problem too.
I mean, did you see a lot of drug use? I mean, this is something he admits to. It's not.
Yeah, no,
a secret.
I got to a point where I would take it away from him.
Really?
Like, you have to go to your kid's soccer game.
Oof.
Yeah, and like I said, until you choose to get sober, you're not going to get sober.